What up, YouTube family? I'm back at the drawing table. Welcome to my channel. For those who've been here before, welcome back. Uh, I'm coming at you with a quick video today, and today I'm going to talk about how you can go about critiquing your own work. I have this picture of Riverine I drew the other day. It has quite a few mistakes in it, but that's good because it can be used as a teaching lesson. Uh, so I'm going to show you a way you can kind of go about doing this, and this is something I want to add. Well, I'm adding to my regiment of drawing as well. But what you want to do is get yourself some tracing paper, right? So this is tracing paper. You can get it in rolls like this. And see if I put it on there, you can see through it. They also sell this in, they can get it in like big sheets like this, where if you're doing bigger work, or and I think they also sell drawing pads that has it in between. But what you want to do is get yourself some tracing paper. You cut it out. I got a piece already prepared here. So you want to cut it out and to the size you need for your particular piece. This is maybe a tad too small for this drawing, but if you have a piece of work that's bigger and your tracing paper is smaller, you can also tape two pieces of tracing paper together and extend it if you don't want to go buy bigger tracing paper. So I have the tracing paper over my work, and now we can just go in and kind of critique our own work and just go in and figure out all the stuff, all the places where you made mistakes, and you have something you can kind of go back to and look at. Okay, when you draw something like this again, where did I make the mistakes? What can I fix? Or if you want to redraw the picture, you have something to guide you of where you messed up on the first attempt, right? So let's just go through here and find mistakes. So right off the bat, when I see I should have made this his waist bigger, so I should have probably brought it out to kind of right here. So you can just draw on it right on the tracing paper, and this is good for if you have a work that you don't really want to mess up the original work. I mean, I would just kind of draw right on the picture and do it, but this is another way you can kind of go about doing it, especially if you have a piece of work that you feel like you can save, right? You feel like you can salvage the work, so you can go here and make the changes or figure out what changes you need to make, and then you can go in and fix it. Like say if this was just a problem, I would say it would be salvageable, this piece of work, because I can just erase this and make that small adjustment. So make waist bigger or wider. Okay, so we got that. And the other thing, I didn't do a good job of curving this around. So if it was wider, I could get this and really kind of show the curve off. So I would have to fix that. The other thing is this X-Man logo, the X. So let's say the X logo. I would move this over. So move left. Right, and you just write yourself little notes. So then you can kind of mark off where you will move it. So I would probably like kind of start it kind of like in that area and maybe end it. Let me see, this is kind of in the middle. And maybe end it. Just a slight, these are, a lot of times these would just be slight little changes, right? So, bam. And that's probably where I would end up putting the X. The other thing I can see kind of right off the bat is I didn't really do a good job of on his torso and where his abdomen comes and twists. So if you think about, look at this X, right, which I should have moved over slightly, but not by that much. This little, the midsection of his abdomen should have probably landed kind of right there. So it should have came down and like off his chest and then kind of twisted because he has like a slight twist in his torso. So this would be like kind of the break. And this is little things that you just kind of have to pay attention to. Just little things that can easily get off, especially if you're not super focused. I would say right now, one problem I'm having, and I need to work on this, is, doing the recording of videos in YouTube. I find myself missing little things that I would normally catch, right? So, but that would be just me getting myself used to, recording and drawing at the same time. So it's a multitasking. It's kind of more difficult than it seems, right? So I would bring his abs that way. And then, let me see, another thing real quick. I noticed like on this little shoulder line coming here, I dropped this a little bit too low. So what I would do is kind of bring this shoulder up just slightly, right? Just about right there. Right, and then that would in turn like kind of raise his whole arm up just a little bit more. So here, raise shoulder, and arm, right? So you got that. Then coming down, so yeah, like I said, this will come up, and so this will raise this up. Then the other thing I would do, looking at his hand, let's see, it's kind of like it's kind of doing this. So this part will probably be a little bit shorter. So that'll probably kind of go like somewhere like this, right? And then you'll see the bend of these ones come, and then just made a little bit shorter, but it's very slight change, right? Yeah. So got that. And the next thing, I would kind of, on his chest, I would make this angle just a little, bring it down just a little bit. Just small little changes, and yeah, kind of make that ride on this plane just a little bit better. Right. And here I would, since Wolverine is a very stocky character, very muscular, stocky character, um, if I draw this again, I would probably have this. He has this big lat right here. I'll probably show it kind of protrude on that side just a little bit. Give him a like a wider uh, bodybuilder type um, physique. Right, so I would just kind of make that a little wider because he's like short, stocky, wide. I mean, really, I drew him too tall. Been kind of influenced a lot by the X-Men, like Wolverine in the movies, right? Because Hugh Jackman plays Wolverine, and he's taller than Wolverine uh, was in the show in the comics, right? So, but yeah, you just go through and you want to be hard on yourself, right? You don't want to be easy on yourself. You want to really go in and kind of rip your order apart, right? Just see what the mistakes you made, and if you do this on enough of your work, you start to see patterns, and so it'll become more to the forefront of your mind things that you should work on. I would say this arm. I make this arm too straight. Yeah, it should have like maybe a slight bend in it. So I probably would like make it come off. Let me see the shoulder up. I probably make it like say come off more in this area. Maybe off in this area, and the bicep is still kind of be in the same spot. But so I could kind of bring this around and get a bend, kind of like there, and then that would kind of change. And this is a major change. So this is one of those changes where, like, if it was just this, I could probably go in and easily fix these, right, and you wouldn't notice much. But this would be kind of a major, kind of a major change. That'd be a lot, but especially because this is so dark. But the ideal thing would kind of be to do this. I mean, yeah, you could do this earlier in your picture. Don't wait till you finish drawing it. When you feel like you got your structure, sit back and really look at it. But yeah, so I would probably bring that like that. It'll probably kind of change the way his hand is facing some too. You'll probably kind of see it more of like a side thing. But I mean, you could turn it, make the turn, but so just like that. But these little slight changes, and you can see how it's changing how the picture would be if I made these changes. And you can also kind of use this just to see how, like, if you're drawing a picture and you want to make a change, and you don't want to erase and make the change and then realize that, oh, the way that I had it was better, and then you have to redraw it. You can just throw a piece of tracing paper on there and then just do it, and then you can kind of compare and contrast. Like, you feel like, oh, I want the leg to do something different, and you can draw it on here and see how it looks compared to what you have. And then, like I said, Wolverine is shorter, so I would probably, since looking at the movies, Hugh Jackman is taller, so been kind of influenced by that and made his legs longer. So I probably would maybe end it here and kind of make make everything just a little shorter. And I think these are thicker. Thinking about Wolverine, saw a picture of Wolverine earlier and noticed that I drew these things too small, so that'll be another fix. But that'll really change how they go. Probably make them kind of do like this. But yeah, you just go in there, tear your picture apart, like really critique it, be hard on yourself, act like you are a teacher critiquing a student, right? And it's up to you to make sure he's or she is prepared to be able to do this, right? If you're easy on them, they won't be prepared, and then you will have failed that student, right? But yeah, so that's how you do it. Just go through, make the little changes, and then when you're ready to redraw it, you have like kind of a roadmap of little things that you wanted to fix about this work. But that's all I have today. Just wanted to come at you with this video, how you can use this technique to really check out, like look at your work, and you can go back and look at old work that you've done and just throw a sheet of tracing paper on it, and especially when you've feel like you've gotten a lot better, see what mistakes you've made in the past. Are you able to see those mistakes now and fix them? And it's a way to really see your progress. And then it's a way to, check your current work, right? And look at it and see if you have a pattern of mistakes that you're making right now. And you can figure out how you can remedy those. But that's all I have for you guys today. I will catch you on the next one. Peace.